Good afternoon, Spoon Universe. It's Mallory here at Kansas State University. I am back in my kitchen. For those of you that watched last week, I was in Ireland, but now I'm back in America. And today is a very special episode because it is inspired by Chopped. So it's going to be a holiday themed, and I'm going to be making a dessert, and I literally have no idea what it's going to be. I don't know what's in my basket or cooler, whatever this is. And there's 4 ingredients. My friend Andrea is here, and she and her sister helped put this together. I have some random things out on my counter, but I really don't know what's going on. So it's going to be very like Chopped, where you just go with it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. She's the Ted Allen of today.
Ted Allen.
If you watch, we have him watching us behind as well. Okay, I'm really nervous. Okay. I hope I can do this. I only have 15 minutes. We're going to make a holiday-themed dessert.
You ready?
Wait, no, first I have to know what they are before the timer goes. Okay, ready?
You have candy canes.
Okay.
Some eggnog.
Good.
I'm pretty sure those are pomegranates.
Yeah, they are pomegranates.
And some mint leaves.
And mint. Okay.
Are you sure you're ready?
I am as ready as I'm going to be.
Ready? Your time starts now.
Okay, 15 minutes. All right, I'm going to do something with pie dough because that's always a fun holiday way to go, and hopefully we can incorporate all this stuff into a cohesive dish and get it done in 15 minutes. The one thing I did do beforehand was preheat my oven really hot. It was at like 475 because that way I can turn it down if I need to, but hopefully everything will cook in a timely fashion, because that's always the biggest mistake people make on Chopped is they don't have their dough cooked all the way. And my dough is sticking. But I'm going to make it work. All right. As we go along, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, if I know what I'm doing, I will answer. Or if you have any holiday questions for baking as well, please ask. We're just going to go with the punches and see what happens. Okay. I have these fun little things. We're just going to make something. I don't know what. Maybe some kind of tart. Pomegranates and mint can go really well together. I could maybe do an eggnog sauce. The peppermint is very different from regular mint though, so that's going to be the kicker for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Now I know how the people on Chopped feel. It's funny because you always watch those shows and you're like, oh yeah, I would do this thing, and it would be a lot easier. But then you actually do it and it's not as easy. But I have my friend Grant here, and he's going to try whatever I end up making later. Hopefully a little nicer than Chris Santos, but we'll see what happens. As long as I don't have anything raw, I think that I can't lose in that way. Okay, so I have my little tart shells, and I think it'd be kind of fun to do like a little star. That will work. A little topper on these, because I think in order to make these cook in time, I want to do it open-faced and only one bottom. Otherwise, it's not going to cook without being out of time. So we'll put like little stars and bake these separately, and then those could be like almost like the top of our pie dough. And okay, cool. I have a pan. Put these on here. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I don't know why. Okay, we have our stars. I wonder if I can get a couple more out of this so that there's not just one per. Maybe try to get 2 per. How am I doing on time, Andrea? What am I at?
Let me unlock the phone. 12 minutes and 25 seconds.
That's how much I have remaining, I hope, because I hope I didn't take 12 minutes to pound out these stars.
I know.
That'd be embarrassing. Okay.
For those of our viewers who are just joining us, can you explain what's happening?
Yes. Okay, we're doing a Chopped. I have candy canes, pomegranates, mint, and eggnog, and I have to make some kind of holiday-themed dessert. Right now, I have little tart shells about to go in the oven. I pricked the pie dough with a fork to make sure that they don't puff up too much. And I'm going to put on a timer and hope that these cook in time. We'll start with like 10 minutes, and we might need a little more, but I only have like 11 minutes left, so hopefully 10 minutes is enough. Okay, so we have our pie dough in the oven. Now I got to start using all of this stuff that I have. The trick with pomegranates is that you can stain your fingers. And you eat the seeds on the inside. I actually cut a pomegranate yesterday, which is kind of funny. That was like not planned, but I semi-remember how to do it, but not really at all. So we're just going to open these up, probably stain my fingers a little bit, but we just got to get some of the seeds out of here because that's the edible part. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but we're going to work that out. It's juicy. I'm making a mess. Good stuff here. You guys have any questions on holiday? Pies are always a good go-to, which is why I thought I can try to make this all come together in a cohesive way. Oh, there we go. Pomegranate seed for my friend Kristen, who's videotaping this right now, in case she was hungry. You never know. I mean, the people on Chopped, the camera people, always get like sprayed with stuff, I feel like. So that's not an inaccurate way to do it. Okay, I literally have pomegranate juice all over my kitchen. And probably myself. Probably should have worn an apron today. Or one of those cool chef's coats that everyone on Chopped wears. Okay, so we don't want any of this pith in here because that stuff is really bitter. And you don't want to eat. I have pomegranate juice on my face. Okay, you don't want to eat that. But they're very delicious. They pop in your mouth, which is fun. Oh my gosh. The stress of a time clock is just, it weighs down on you. Especially when you're trying to bake in 15 minutes. What do we got for time? 10 minutes left?
10 minutes remain.
Okay. So, this is one of those parts of the episodes when they're like, I'm only going to use what I can get out of this in the time frame because I can't get any more. So, I think I'm almost there. And we're going to figure out what I'm going to do with them at a later date. Hopefully in a couple minutes because I only have 10 left. For the most part, these are working. You picked a good one. It's nice and ripe. Good job on that
I
one.
didn't know.
Oh, well, it was an intuition thing that you did then, for sure. Whoever picked it out. Okay, I got most of, literally have pomegranate juice everywhere. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with that. I'm going to wash my hands off so that I can do something without getting red everywhere. All right, does anyone else have any questions? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm not really sure. I'm going to make some kind of pomegranate tart. And I have tart shells in the oven right now. We have pomegranate seeds, like maybe a fourth a cup, which means I get a tablespoon per tart, which is nice. We also have mint and eggnog and these candy canes. It's going to be a difficult thing. Okay, I'm going to try to make some kind of anglaise sauce with our eggnog, which basically means that it's eggs cooked. It's basically what you would do with ice cream before you actually put it in the ice cream maker. So I'm going to get a pan and I'm going to start heating this up. The big trick is making sure that you don't cook the eggs fully because then you're going to have like a scrambled egg sauce and nobody wants that. I'm going to start by heating up our eggnog. And this is what, I'm going to try to replace it instead of the cream that you would use traditionally. I've never really had eggnog. I'm not a huge fan of it from what I've been told, though, because it tastes like you're drinking eggs. But some people really like it. In this, I'm going to, we'll put it in this way. I'm going to start whisking some eggs and some sugar, and that's going to be the base of our anglaise sauce besides the eggnog that we have heating up. And I'm going to do 2 because I've never made an anglaise before and I don't really know. I will do 3. That sounds good. And we're just going to make it. I've seen it done many times, especially on Chopped. But I've never actually done it myself. So that's good. Always learning new things. Any questions out there?
Courtney asks, what are your ingredients?
Okay, so we have candy canes, a pomegranate, some mint leaves, and eggnog. And I got to do some kind of holiday-themed dessert. So far, we have our tart shells in the oven. I seeded a part of a pomegranate, and then it was going everywhere, so I thought that was a good amount. And now I am heating up some eggnog on the stove. We're on about medium-high heat. And now I'm going to, I have 3 eggs, and I'm whisking in some sugar with them. I've never made an anglaise before, but there's a first time for everything, and what better time than when you're on live TV, right? Okay, so we got these all whisked up. An anglaise, if anyone is curious, is actually the base of what you would put in an ice cream maker if you're trying to make ice cream, but it's without putting it in an ice cream maker, so it's usually like a warm sauce you put over something. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract to add some flavor. And I think what I'm actually going to do is break open these candy canes and steep the candy canes in the eggnog as it's heating up. Oh, it's going to take a little while to unwrap these, though. That will give us a nice flavor in our eggnog, and then I get to use another mystery ingredient. If I can get the plastic off of them, that is. This is what they always talk about with like the unforeseen things that take a lot more time than you think that they're going to take.
Now we're at 6 minutes left.
6 minutes left. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to finish. I actually don't know at this point, though. I feel like I'm one of those real people on the show because no one actually knows if they're going to finish at that point. And then it sometimes comes together. So hopefully this is one of those sometimes that it comes together for me. This plastic is not helping me. Oh, I hear a popping. I think my candy cane sunk to the bottom. Perfect. Okay, we're going to add some mint leaves, too. And to release the smell of the mint, you always clap your hands like that. And then the scent actually comes off of it. Fun little fact for you. I'm going to leave the leaves whole, though, and we're just going to steep them in this eggnog. Hopefully the smell actually tastes good. I don't actually know at this point if it will, though. Okay, got my eggs, my sugar, my vanilla. I'm going to add a little salt. You add salt to everything that is sweet. Helps bring out all the flavors and balance out the scents as well. Okay, my eggnog is warm. So in order to not get this to become scrambled eggs, you add a little bit of the eggnog and then slowly incorporate it. I'm going to strain the eggnog, though, because I don't want the giant pieces of mint in my whatever sauce is going to become, an anglaise of sorts. And it didn't boil, it's just right before that, so it's a nice simmer. I really hope this becomes something. Your guess is as good as mine, friends. Okay. Slowly adding. We actually have a little bit of this pink color from the peppermint of the candy canes, which is kind of fun. Okay. So we got the eggs up to temperature, and now I'm going to add this egg mixture back to our sauce on the heat and whisk it until it thickens. I have about 5 minutes for that to happen, so hopefully it happens. 4 minutes for that to happen, so hopefully it happens. Okay.
So Alina asks, what is your tart made of?
So right now all I have is a tart shell. Oh, but they're cooking very nicely actually, so at least we won't have any raw dough, that's for sure. I'm going to use something with the pomegranates, but we got to have some other thing within our tart, and I'm trying to think of what I have in my, oh my goodness. See, their pantry is a little more stocked than mine is as a college student, so I feel like they'd be good with that. Oranges go really well with pomegranates and the mint, so maybe I could slice up some of those, and it could be like a fruit tart of sorts, but then we have the red and the green, so then it definitely would be colorful that way. Okay, we're still whisking this up. It's going to thicken up as it cooks, and hopefully it cooks in time. I have like 3 minutes for that to happen. I'm going to look at my tart shells, and I'm actually going to pull out the little stars because those are done, but the other parts of the tart don't look quite done yet. Oh yeah, I almost burnt them. That would have been bad. Grant would have not wanted his burnt pie dough. That wouldn't be good. But you can see they're puffing up. I have about like 2 minutes for them to finish, so hopefully that is enough time. I'm semi-burning my fingers, but I don't have a lot of feeling left in the tips of my fingers, so that helps me with that sense. Okay, yeah, we'll let those keep going. I also have some white chocolate. Maybe I could make a white chocolate tart. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to melt the white chocolate, if I can remember where. Here, white chocolate. Perfect. Okay, melt these down. And then that could be almost like a white chocolate ganache. Maybe dip our stars in the white chocolate and a little bit of topping on that as well. Let me see how my anglaise is doing. I don't have scrambled eggs, so that's a good thing. But I might have too much of this liquid that will actually cook with our last 2 minutes.
You're at 2 minutes now.
Thank you. 2 minutes left. I poured some of the anglaise out because I want to make sure it actually cooks in the time that we have. So we just do less, and then it will cook, hopefully. Alright, so there's my timer for my pie dough. I know it needs a little bit more time, though. Oh my gosh, it's so stressful, but I kind of like it. Okay, our white chocolate is starting to melt, which is good. I just have white chocolate chips by themselves, and we're going to see what happens with these when I go with it. Okay, this is thickening. We're going to turn it down. A little bit more. Now we're going to be on low. But it looks like we're doing pretty good with this, actually. It's almost like a custard now. Kind of like that. Okay, so not quite an unglaze. It's a little thicker, actually. I probably added one too many eggs. But it definitely
You're
is.
at 1 minute, Mallory.
1 minute. Oh my gosh, I gotta start plating. Okay, let's do this. My white chocolate is burning. That's not gonna work anymore for us. All right, that's fine. We're just gonna make this work with our custard that we have, though. Okay. So, let's see. Where did my hot pot go? How much time do I have?
You have 45 seconds.
45 seconds. Okay. Tart shells look to be cooked. We're gonna. Wow, that's warm. Okay. There we go. I crushed some of my stars. Good thing I only have one judge here because otherwise that'd be bad. Oh no. Okay. That. So we have a custard here. And we're
Okay,
going
Mallory, you have 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Okay. So I have a vanilla cream I'm putting over my tart shell, which is also very warm. We're going to add some pomegranates to it. What else am I missing? I have my mint. I have that. I think I have
5,
everything.
4, 3, 2.
Okay, plating could have been better. But we made something. And now Grant is here, and he's going to try it. So Grant, today, on our special chopped episode, our special ingredients were pomegranates. We also had some eggnog and some mint and then candy canes. So we have a vanilla cream tart here with pomegranates, mint, and then a little star on top. Like the star of a Christmas tree. It's a little warm, so be careful. But here's a fork. Or you can just go for it.
It's not a mini hamburger, so I'll just...
Yeah, if you remember Grant, he was on our Krabby Patty special, and he ate an entire hamburger in one bite.
Alright.
Did the flavors actually work? I have to taste it.
Yeah.
I didn't eat anything as I was going.
It does look... Yeah, it worked good.
And you get a nice burst from the pomegranate. I'm actually really... I can't believe that worked.
I was really nervous. I didn't think you were going to do it.
Yeah, he was watching me the whole time.
That was good.
They really say when you get down to the wire, I mean, it's that timer is a stressful thing. And I did in 15 minutes, and they usually have half an hour for dessert. So that's something. Maybe I could be on and I could win someday. I mean, if you want to go for it.
I like it.
Sadly, I crushed my other star. So good thing I don't have 4 judges, because then I'd have incomplete plates, and no one likes that on that show. Well, this was a fun episode of Spoon University Live at 5 with me, Mallory, my judge Grant, and Ted Allen is still here with us. Thankfully he was. And we'll hope to see you next time. If you have any questions on holiday baking, we'll have another special holiday episode next week, but it won't be chopped. So hopefully a little more condensed, and pomegranate seeds won't be everywhere. Have a good one, everybody.